So the first step, as you just saw, make sure you clean out those cabinets above the range. You wanna make sure that that area is clear. And from an electrical standpoint, you don't need to flip breakers or anything like that. You're not working with hard wiring into the wall or into an electrical box. You can just pull the plug out and you'll be good to go. And so now I need to focus on unpacking this big microwave and getting it set up for the replacement. Okay, I got it unboxed. It looks like it's gonna be an amazing microwave. It's gonna heat up food to perfection and make it delicious. And of course, it's normal for it to come all saran wrapped like this. I'm gonna leave that protective packaging on as we get it in place because it is gonna protect the nice stainless steel right here and the paneling across the microwave. So we got the back plate off right here. You can take these screws that we just took off, screw them back into the casing of the microwave. Again, one on that side, one on that side. And then we can work on getting this up on the wall. One thing I'd really like to call out is that the ThermoMate team has done a great job with the installation instructions as well as a full user manual, and they've included 2 different templates for both the top cabinet as well as the back wall. So if you do not have the confidence to take on this project, this should give you that confidence. If you don't want to wing it like I normally do and you want to be really precise, you can tape this to the top cabinet, tape this to the back wall, and then you know exactly where that back bracket goes, you know exactly where those holes go, and everything will come together a lot smoother for you. So because this is going into drywall here, I'm going to use these nice chunky drywall anchors to anchor these big screws in. So I just need to drill a hole here and here, hammer these drywall anchors into place, and then we can screw the bracket into the wall. Here's one of the adjustments you might need to make on your new microwave. See how the screws are gonna be on the outside right here, about 1 inch from the edge. One there and then one there. That is a different setup than what I had previously. This one's pretty close to the edge, but then this one was kind of in the middle, and that's for the power cord. So I need to drill a new hole like right around here, and I have to figure out exactly where that is so that I can easily push this range up into place and then drop those pins in on either side so we can secure it from the top. There we have it. It is up and installed, and I'm gonna do the final reveal here as I pull off this protective cellophane. Looks beautiful. Let's check out the inside. Nice and big, clean. It's got a pretty cool texture on the inside, actually. I like that. So now I need to add the Lazy Susan here. It actually comes with a grill to have a split level microwave, which is kind of cool. So just got to get the rest of this packaging off, clean up this area, and then we'll be done. So I just want to spend a second on this and call out the importance of the ventilation system in these over-the-range microwaves. All of these units have these powerful blowers that are located at the back. Again, this is the old Whirlpool system that we just took down. And you have the ability to vent the blower fan outside, or it can simply push air in the way that it's set up right now across the top, and then it vents back into the kitchen. Both are totally fine. If you find as you're doing a replacement that you have existing ventilation, you have a hood or something, or you can see that there's a clear access point to take that air and push it outside, then that's great. But there's no requirement to do either. You can do whatever you want. Personally, there's no ventilation in my house to take the microwave air outside, so I just left it as is, because the air is simply going to come up here in front of these cabinets, which is totally fine for me. So I'm gonna hit this, and I can feel the air coming up here. So it all depends on your project. Obviously in this video, we're not gonna be covering the ventilation system. It's not necessary for your unit if you don't want it to be. But again, it's up to you, and both work totally fine. So the installation of the new ThermoMate over-the-range microwave is officially done. There's that nice logo. It is so nice and shiny. You can even see my reflection right there in the front panel. And I'm gonna open this up. Again, the turntable on this one is so much bigger than the Whirlpool I just replaced, which is really nice. You can put bigger dishes there. And then it comes with this nice metal piece as well. I don't know if I'll use that, but it is cool to have a split level in case you need to jam a ton of stuff in your microwave. So that's kind of cool. Then I'm gonna close this. Comes actually with a nice express setting. So all I have to do is hit one, and then it automatically starts, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna stop that. And what else is nice is the light underneath my microwave on the Whirlpool has been burned out for like 5 or 6 years. So I can come here. It's got 2 settings on the light. So that's really awesome. It's a nice LED underneath there. And the installation is officially complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this installation video on this new and powerful ThermoMate over-the-range microwave. Again, if you're interested in their product line, take a look at the link in the description below. I hope you all tune into my next DIY video. Until then, I'll see you later.